Hey guys, today I'm going to teach you how to do the wattle stitch, which is the new stitch that's going to be in my hat pattern. That's linked below. Today the supplies all you're going to need is some worsted weighted yarn, some size 4, and this is Joann Fabrics Big Twist yarn. I really love this yarn and I really love this color. It's light teal, super pretty. So I need medium worsted weighted yarn, and then my pattern calls for a size H hook, so a 5mm hook, and maybe some scissors if you need to cut the ends off, but these are really the only two supplies that you need today. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started. Alright, and for the wattle stitch, we're going to want to go ahead and make a slip knot. So we're going to make a slip knot here. And for today, for just the mini swatch, we're going to go ahead and just chain 12. So let's go ahead and do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Alright, so we're just going to do a chain 12 here. And for the wattle stitch, you're going to want to do chains. If you're doing it for a different pattern, you want to do multiples of 3. Alright, so for today, for our tiny little mini swatch, we're just going to do a chain 12. And then we're going to go ahead and chain and start our wattle stitch in the third chain from the hook. So we're going to skip the first two and go into our third one here, and we're going to do a single crochet, chain 1, and then also a double crochet in that same spot here. So a double crochet as well. And that's what it should look like here. And what we're going to want to do is skip the next two. So we're going to skip the next two chains and go in the third one here and do that again. We're going to do a single crochet, chain 1, double crochet, all in the same space. That's what you're going to want to do down your whole foundation line. So again, skip 2 in the third chain, single crochet, chain 1, and double crochet, all in the same. And that's going to be your wattle stitch clusters. Alright, and we're down to the last 3 here. We're down to the last 3, so we're going to do a wattle stitch in the very last stitch here, in the very last chain. So single crochet, I lost it there we go, single crochet, chain 1, and a double crochet, all in that last stitch. Alright, and that's kind of how it's looking here. Your foundation stitch, you should have 4 clusters if you're doing the 12 chains, and if you're doing larger, go ahead and feel free, just make sure it's the multiples of 3 there for you. And so for our next row, and for every row after this, we're going to chain 1, turn your work, and then we're going to go ahead and start on the second row. So after our chain 1 and we turn, you're going to work in the chain 1 spaces, which is where my nail's coming through here. So these are your chain 1 spaces, and that's where you're going to work your wattle stitch. So we're going to single crochet, chain 1, and double crochet in every chain 1 space down your row. So in the next one, you can see where the chain 1 space is. So we're going to single crochet, chain 1, double crochet. Just do that in all your chain 1 spaces from here on out. Go ahead and do the last 2. Alright, and we're at the end of the row, so let's take a look here. We did it in our last chain 1 space. So you can kind of see there's still a bit of an edge here. So in my pattern, I call that in this little space right here, you just wiggle your hook in through there and do a single crochet in that space. That way it evens the edges out a little bit. So that is how the wattle stitch is becoming. So just go ahead and keep doing a few more rows until you get the hang of it. And I'll go ahead and show you my little mini swatch when we come back. Alright everyone, here is my little mini swatch of the wattle stitch. And as you can see, it has really good texture to it and it just looks really nice. And this is technically the front of my work, and this is the back. So they look very similar, so there is no right or wrong side in my opinion to this, which is really nice. So I really hope you guys enjoyed learning the wattle stitch. It's become one of my favorite stitches now. It's just so easy and the texture is wonderful. And again, this is the stitch I'm using in my hat pattern, the double trouble slouchy beanie. Also in my new sweater pattern that's going to be released soon, hopefully. So if you want to check out the hat pattern, go ahead and hit the link below and then enjoy the wattle stitch, everyone.